Good morning, Ridge Records Fantasy Football League. Welcome to the recap video for week 7. If you're keeping count, 7th video of the season, maybe 8th. I think I did a prelude. Okay, anyway, disclaimer. Seeing as how I'm going to be fired shortly, thanks to the COVID mandate, if you're my future employer, this is just a comedy. Yep, so anything I say or do here is a joke, not to be taken seriously. Remember that. That being said, it was a good week. The media defeated Nut and Butt-Sacks 136 to 128. That loss by Nut and Butt-Sacks opened the door for another team to move into the number 1 position. Ginger Unicorn fell to championship for Miles in an absolutely awful game, 81 points to 92. That represents the week's lowest score by Ginger Unicorn. Missing My Young Ho put the smackdown on Raider Nation, 142 to 83 points. That represents the league's highest score of the week with 142. Jack's Jags beat out Social Justice Warriors, 125 to 96 points. That makes Social Justice Warriors fall to 0-7. That's embarrassing, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Booty Lickers lost to Team Suck a Dick 107 to 135 points, while Bayside Tigers beat out the Roster Baiters 139 to 134 points. Bayside Tigers did it without a tight end. That's pretty incredible. Riding high behind Alvin Kamara's monster weekend. Again, we'll get into that in the comments, because that's pretty interesting and has ramifications from the ripple effect of last year's incidents. All those games bring our standings to Team Suckadicka in first place, capitalizing on the opportunity provided by Nut and Butt-Sacks' terrible week's performance and incredible loss to the media. Nut and Butt-Sacks in second. Jack's Jags climbs to third, still climbing the ladder week by week. Missing My Young Ho is in fourth. Bayside Tigers in fifth. Roster Baiters falls to sixth. Remember, 2 weeks ago they were in second place. The media is in seventh. Raider Nation in eighth. Championship for Miles in ninth. Team Booty Licker in 10th, which is embarrassing for that organization. Gender Unicorn and Social Justice Warrior bringing in the caboose at 0-7, as I previously mentioned. The league has convened a committee to evaluate Social Justice Warrior's performance this year. And reminder, they won last year's championship game. So they went from first to last. And that's what happens when you get woke. Because of this, if they manage to go 0-12 this year, they will be required to put a Biden 2024 sticker on their vehicle and keep it on there until after the 2024 election. The elders have spoken, and this is the way. All right, talking about next week. Week 8, Bayside Tigers goes up against the media. Suckadicka goes up against Championship for Miles. Gender Unicorn plays the Roster Baiters. Jack's Jags goes up against Raiders Nation. Nut and Butt-Sacks plays Social Justice Warrior in what should be a beatdown. And in the game of the week, we've got Missing My Young Ho going up against the Booty Lickers. Two best friends matched up head to head. That's going to be a tough one. But I see Missing My Young Ho smacking down the Booty Lickers, especially now that they have their namesake Young Ho Kim as their kicker again. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the comments. They're actually pretty good this week. And in case you didn't notice, I'm still on location in Miami, so I'll be going to my notes here. I'm sorry. All right. We'll start with the team owner of Suckadicka, who, as I mentioned, moved into first place this week. First off, they'd like to thank the media. You're welcome. Without the media's performance, I would not have been victorious and sitting at the top. This sounds very familiar, so thank you, Cuomo. I can't say my name. It feels good to be sitting at the top of the leaderboard, swinging my dicka from side to side at all the doubters. Everyone has noticed the Booty Lickers have been very shredded and oiled up the last few seasons. The secret to his body transformation was that for 3 straight seasons, the Booty Licker has been munching on my spray-tan spaghetti and meatball flavored bunghole. I'm very concerned that without the high-protein, Jersey-scented diet, the Booty Licker might not be able to sustain his current physique. First off, we appreciate the concern Team Suckadicka is showing towards his fellow competitor, the Booty Lickers. Secondly, the media has noticed in the paparazzi shots of the Booty Lickers that their shoulders are shrinking. Now, whether or not that's due to the Jersey Shore diet, restrictions, or the lack of booty in the household with Miss Booty Licker, We just can't know. But apparently with being withheld from the booty in the home is not helping his performance any at all. And it's the media's suggestion that Miss Booty Liquor just gives it up. Moving on, Social Justice Warrior had this to say about his performance. I asked the man if he had any dignity left over whatsoever after falling to 0-7. His response was understandable. My dignity left at 0-5. Now I'm just playing for back-to-back trophies. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Team owner of Bayside Tigers had a very interesting meme that, of course, I cannot share, but his message to Billy, if Billy's still watching this, for sharing his team with the team owner of Bayside Tigers and for the nefarious trade deals of last season, which resulted in the team retaining ownership of Alvin Kamara, Bayside Tigers says thank you to Billy. The one really crying is still the team owner of Missing My Young Ho. Team owner of the team owner of the Roster Baiters had this to say about their loss and falling into 6th place. Once again, the curse of Backdoor Billy and Crooked Chris's trade scandal send ripples through time and space. No one could have predicted the long-term effects of this heinous act. Riddled by bye weeks and a head coach that is more concerned with getting his D wet than winning games, we still managed a solid performance. Now that we've made our way through the tough matchups of the first half of the season, we're standing at the top of the hill looking at an easy path to the playoffs. I'm not thinking that's so much true. All right, and last but not least, team owner of Jack's Jags had this to say. Nothing. Had nothing to say. Also, team owner of Missing My Young Ho did not respond to the media's request for comment either. Now, the team owner of Jack's Jags and Missing My Young Ho do have a lot on their mind, considering what's going on in their lives. So we'll give them a little grace this week. That being said, remember, and I'm proof of it, at this juncture, fantasy football is all that matters. So good luck going into week 8. Unless your team name is Bayside Tigers, you like Saved by the Bell references, and you're a loser with amazing hair, carry on smartly.